All right, good morning. Close to afternoon, but hope everybody is doing all right. Change of scenery. I'm no longer in my bedroom. I've actually escaped my room. I'm out in nature. I've touched grass today, so that's something nice, something unique. But something that isn't very unique in my little world of Manchester United at the moment is the club in complete and utter disarray. Um, yeah, God only knows where this really comes to an end or how this comes to an end, but it's honestly completely ridiculous, the situation. The fallout from the final is properly sinking in now. It's coming to the forefront, and yeah, it's pretty much on the verge of descending into a complete civil war. There's all sorts of media reports coming out about players, going after the manager, players who will probably want to go after each other, news outlets picking and choosing players who to go after. And then there's the board uncertainty. Nobody really knows or has a plan at board level. And then obviously another report that I've just seen about an hour ago. Um, yeah, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is unsure of his position at the club. So is that an indictment that he's perhaps going to leave, or is that going to be that it's just somebody trying to create an element of doubt? Um, I'm doing an Anthony. I'm doing an Anthony. I'm doing a show on the phone, and first time it's worked. No technical difficulties there. But big ups to Anthony Herbert. Get a bloody work. Um, I did do that yesterday, but my schedule tells me that I can enjoy a bit of time off today. So that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying my time off. So yeah, suck on them apples, I'd say. But yeah, maybe I do need all of this time off. It's my coping mechanism with the absolute, complete, and utter shambles that is a football club. It's meant to be like a hobby. It's meant to be a side hobby to follow a football club and to enjoy the sport and to appreciate it and to back it and see how far they go in competition. But then there's just Manchester United. It's complete and utter. It's just a complete and utter whilst it's still around. There's one or two clouds dotted around, but hopefully he doesn't decide to tip it down. Otherwise, I'm going to have to vacate. But there's all these conversations about where does this club go from here? Where does Manchester United ultimately go? And I don't know off the top of my head where we go. There's choices or decisions that I would make, but ultimately, I think the move that I think would kickstart solving all the problems from top to bottom, probably looking at an ownership change. Get rid of the Glazers, get rid of Ineos. Galinios project is failure. It's dead. It's not really gotten any lift off whatsoever. Glazonomics still rule the club. So really, it's like how we had the feeling around getting John Murter and Darren Fletcher as sporting or technical director and sporting director. Um, Basically, they brandished it as this amazing new era at Manchester United. And basically, when you read between the lines, it was literally they were doing the same roles as they already had at the club, but they just renamed it. They just repackaged it. Same idea, but yeah, it feels the same way with the Ineos takeover. That it just came in, they shuffled the percentages around a little bit, and it just really just went from there. And there's no real, profound difference at this club. There's nothing that's really groundbreaking, that's fresh, that's new, that gives people the real sense of impression that we're, going into something that's, promising. We don't have any of those feelings, any of those vibes whatsoever. And not just that, but it's actually quite infuriating, the what they've ended up going on to do. So Auntie says he's got today off as well. See, look, even you can be a part-time sometimes. So, yeah, look at you. You're muted, Fuzzy. No, I'm not. Get out. That's better. I can hear you now. Big up, Fuzz. Everything well, mate? Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good with me. I mean, I'm catching some rays. Sooner or later, it's going to be, really, really hot outside. So maybe I'll have to start doing some sunbathing with all my time off and catching some rays. Catch rays, not strays. Thankfully, I don't live in America, so catching strays isn't really a prominent feature or fear out here. So, yeah, we're fine in that capacity. Not doing fine with the football front, but fine in home life and all. So yeah, everything seems to be good in the personal side of things, but with the with Manchester United, like I've said, the Ineos project, it complete and utter disarray. It's like they came in as agents of chaos and it's just ripped everything up and said, look, this is what it's going to be. We're going to save money, cut costs and everything, slim down, trim the workforce. But ultimately, you've trimmed it by doing it in some of the most like business savage. I'll call it a business savage, right? It's not business savvy, it's business savage. Business savage ways, but ultimately the biggest monetary issues that, as to where these issues originated from, those issues are still very much prominent at the club. So you've sacked all of these people, hundreds of members of staff, and your money situation's not improved. In fact, the reporting on the money situation has seemingly taken a trajectory where it's gone, well, actually, we're getting worse. The money's getting worse. We've had a year of the whole cost-cutting exercises with Ineos and Sergio Ratcliffe, and we've actually seemingly gone further away from where we should be. The business models are not modeling right now. They're not really going anywhere that's of any actual promise. So yeah, we got a boogie up your nose. To be honest, with this nostril here, for some weird reason, has been acting up like an absolute bitch. I don't know why. It just has. It's just been all over the place. Oh, as question as as Tom got a slap head. He's got a baked bean head. It's like Mr. Potato Head. Yeah. Like if you've seen Toy Story, right? Take the top hat off and you've got like give him some glasses and then you've literally got Tony as Mr. Potato Head. That's uncanny resemblance, I swear. But yeah, to me, if I were to pick a sole point of resolution, obviously ownership is the place to target, and I think that for me is where we've got to really go if we want to sort of brandish change, sort of get us out of the wood, get us out of the woods into a clearing, so we can actually establish where we are as a football club and actually decide where we're going to go, because we just don't have direction. Like with the summer transfer plans, the supposed aspect of you go into a transfer window with Champions League qualification, then yeah, we can perhaps do a bit of spending. But then if you don't have Champions League qualification, it's yeah, we're sort of stunted by that a little bit. So they're sort of having to figure out what it is they're going to do. Like they don't really have much of an idea as to what the plan is. And funny thing is I don't really think past one or two signings they actually had much of a plan, even with the extra money for a Champions League qualification. I don't think they actually knew what the idea was. So yeah, I just feel like this board, it's it's got issues, man. It's got some serious issues. I really hope that we can sort it out, but there's really the mood, the mood, the momentum, the positivity in the fan base is gone. It's drained. We're all sort of wondering, what ifs, brandishing, hypotheses, hypotheticals. What happens if this? What happens if that? And a lot of people will say, definitely. Win, managed to do it with only 3 shots. Can't lie. It's up first today. I get to see you in early morning. Yeah, well, it's not early morning. It's about 11:51, so a couple minutes away from midday. As the sun shines in your face, oh my god. Donna Fuzz is glad you're here now. He's very happy. No, the sun makes me happy. Donna Cullen doesn't make me happy. Donna Cullen does not make me happy. The sun makes me happy. And a successful Manchester United also makes me happy. I'm sure he is. You're not congratulate me. Yeah, Anthony, you should totally give Donna Cullen all your praise and all your congratulations as an Arsenal fan, as a top gooner. Should really, as the Mikel Arteta stan, you should be giving Donna Cullen a guard of honor into the chat. So yeah, the responsibilities, Anthony. Responsibilities. Devise's girlfriend's in the building. I'm single and happily not mingling. Muted. Lies. Mr. Hot Fuzz, you've gone mute. Can't have gone mute. Can't have gone mute. Again muted. Is it playing around? What do you say about 3 shots? Well, I say about 3 shots. 3 shots is how many shots Tottenham had all game. Literally all happened in one half of football, and that was it. I'm no longer ordinary Donna. Prices have gone up and the trophy went up now. Is that just an admittance that you're just some kind of escort or something? I mean, I wouldn't personally say that in a YouTube chat, but each to their own. If that's the way you swing, then that's the way you swing. My stock has gone up. Well, once I get some merchandise one day, I've got the chocolate milk range that I'll probably have to merchandise. The fuzzy milk, the fuzz chocolate milk, and I'll probably have to get T-shirts or something, and each shirt's about worth 100 quid or something. Really take the piss and rip people off right? Sell it as, it's like them listings on eBay or Amazon, where the picture of a product is like this really lavish thing, and it looks like it's a picture printed on a piece of paper, and it's really expensive. You think, oh yeah, well that's obviously an image of what I'm buying, right? And it's like, yes, it is. It's quite literally an image of what you're buying. So you buy that, and you think you're going to get, like, it's a picture of a coffee machine. You're going to get this coffee machine, lavish, brand new, gets delivered. But then inside this massive packaging, you open up and it's a sheet of A4 paper with the same picture of the coffee machine that you thought you were ordering online. However, you can't say, well, yeah, it should have been a coffee machine. Well, actually, the picture, there's a picture on a piece of paper of a coffee machine, and it never said that it was absolutely 100% a coffee machine. That's kind of how it's going to be with my merchandising. It's going to scam so many people. At market value. Just like football players. Jesus Christ, have you washed your balls? Jeez. Well, shit, I don't want to know that. Missed out here, but next up, my eyes on top of those 44s. You should get now you should have eyes for Anthony. See, Anthony loves it when he gets these people with high market value, Donna. You should always go check in on him, because every time he asks me in backstage before Wednesday night and Sunday night shows, he's always asking me, "Oh, how's Donna Fuzz? Has she messaged you? Has she messaged you? Please tell me how she's doing." And I always tell her that, she's always yearning for you, right? She's yearning for you, Anthony, right? You're two lost souls trying to find their way back to each other, right? And I believe in a happy ending, right? Like Anthony, as a top gooner, loves the fantasy Disney-esque storylines at Arsenal with Mikel Arteta, and the way he brushes Mikel Arteta's face every morning and every night, dreaming about a life that he could have traveling the world with him. He also has another picture next to Arteta of Donna. He's got the dream expectations and then the real expectations, and that's how he spends his evenings, and mornings, and sometimes afternoons. Saved pictures on his phone and all. But yeah, it's only going to be a short one. It's experimental to see if shit actually works outside, and for the most part it does. I need to see what's going on with the whole microphone situation, with the whole muting this and that, and whether it's maybe because I'm holding my phone in a certain way that is doing that, or whether it's just absolutely cooked. Am I completely cooked out here with this? We'll be doing another show later on tonight, of course, talking about the Villa game. There's it's going to be difficult, because it's finishing the season. We can't say we're finishing it on a high. It's going to be a very, very low point. I sincerely hope that Old Trafford is completely empty. Nobody goes to watch this game. And yeah, that's pretty much what the show tonight's going to be about. Just talking Aston Villa, final game of the season, and expectations for the summer. And that's pretty much it. Fuzzy, I wouldn't step on your feet. You and Donna got something good going on, so I congratulate you and Donna. Nah, that's probably mainstream media reporting, that is, Anthony, about me and Donna, which usually is lies. It's a spin. They spin plates and they spin stories. That's the job of the mainstream media. But you and Donna's relationship, from what I understand, is on the lowdown, right? It's only from trusted sources. Really enough for a 66 either. So yeah, I'm not ancient yet. I probably will feel ancient within 5 years of supporting this club. Um, but yeah, it's like the time. It's like space relativity in time, traveling at the speed of light. Where it's like if you travel from point A to point B, close to the speed of light, it will instead of taking you years to get there, it'll actually take. It could take you closer to like a few minutes. And it's like because it just warps the relativity. That's kind of what the same sort of effect that you have when it comes to supporting the club. Supporting a club from our perspective for 5 minutes, actually, from everyone else's perspective, um, comes up as like several years. So it's like dog years, dog years. Like what is 1 year to us? It's like 7 years for a dog or something. I think it's about 7 years. Is it about 7 years for every year that we live? It's about 7 years for a dog. I can't remember, but anyways, but yes, I'll probably wrap it up there. I've got a physiotherapist seeing my grandmother at the moment, so I'll probably have to go check up on that and see everything if everything is okay there. But yeah, I'll definitely be back later on tonight with the Aston Villa talk. So and yeah, that's a cat, I think. Well, I mean, I do have a cat. I don't know if the cat is actually around here at the moment. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But my pugs are locked outside the house with me, so I have to go let them in. But yeah, later on tonight, be back live again, and yeah, let's see what news happens today as well, because I know that there's transfer talk going on, and we're awaiting this Mateus Cunha story, or the here we go essentially, as that is very close to being done. But yeah, to be honest, it's probably going to be a bit anticlimactic with the Cunha story once that comes out. I'm not going to be jumping for joy and saying, yes, this is it. We're going to start doing something special. I think we're past that. I really do think we're past that. I think a summer transfer window, if we get a business on a scale of like 10 players out, 10 players in done, then yeah, maybe there's something to be said about that. But yeah, I'm not going to hold out much hope. I'm just going to be cautious. I'm going to question everything. And it's going to curb my expectations, try not to get burned. Everything happens for a reason. The players are bluffing. Time is finally over. Roll on next season. Big ups to you, Stephanie Griffiths. Hope all is well with you. Big up, Anthony and Buzzy. Big ups to you. But yeah, I'm going to jump off now. If something big and breaking happens today, then of course I'll try and get something out. But definitely later on tonight, we'll do another show, talk about the Villa game. I'll be on with Anfield Uncle Rods though tomorrow night. Anfield Uncle Rods. We'll talk about. It's going to be a panelist show, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So it'll be good to see some of the other guys and see what's going on with them, and yeah, hopefully they don't tear me apart too much. Because my poor fragile heart would not be able to cope with it, because it's an abusive relationship. We have tender hearts out here in the fan base of Manchester United, so treat us with care, like a very very precious vase or a plate in a china shop. Don't do that. 10 players in West Ham done that. Look at them. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. At West Ham, 10 players in. Tony was jumping for joy. He's enjoying the bottom of the table life. But yeah, but I just feel like even then it's just we still need to be making that many signings, because just how many finished bums we have at this club. Big issues, man.